Give me the choice of hitting a kitty and a Dracula, or a vampire. Yeah, fuck that kitty. I'm gonna kill that vampire. I'm afraid of that kitty. Hey there, this is Fluffy the Destroyer, and welcome to my channel. This is Legend of Dungeons, so let's get started. This is by Robot Loves Kitty. I like the name. So wacky. Wacky names are what I love. As you can see, it's a pixelated type of graphics. I did say it in a couple of videos, but I usually don't like whatever is like pixelated like this, but this one I have to say I love it, only because I consider it as a style. I mean, you can already see right now, look at this, if I use the lantern, look at the lights, the shading, the shadows, like, it's really awesome. I really love it. They've done a fantastic work on that. So the basic of the dungeon, like the goal would be to complete the game, go 26 level down, beat everything, get the loot, every single loot in there, and get back. And there's also a online database. Okay, you can't see it here, but when you die, there's an online score, and that's what you basically got to do. And it has roguelike elements. So, which means if you die, you restart all over. If you have some friends in co-op play, then you get a chance to get back. I have to be honest, I didn't try the this little feature here because I don't know anyone who has that on their list. But it is a fun game, I can tell you that. It's not perfect, well, which is what I will show you, or tell you if I do have the chance to show you. If I don't have the chance to show you. The music is good, but what I've noticed is that in the first couple of the levels, I think it's like preset, predetermined, which means, like, for example, level 1 to 10, which I have no clue, it might be that. There seems to be presetted for a couple of skills, for a couple of music. And because of that, it tends to get boring after a while if it's the same music. I would have used a bit more music, but on the website you can clearly see that it has 244 tracks. So, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Really weird. Also, the levels are all generated randomly, which means, like the level 1 here, like I've restarted the game a couple of times, and I never got the same level. Never. Which is really awesome. It's never the same thing. Oh, nothing happens here. And you do have some level difficulty. Right now I'm playing normal. You do have some seeds as well, so you can use some kind, let's say, some kind of level generation. And it's always going to be the same thing if you use the same seeds, of course. Or, I believe. Anyway, I didn't try a lot of that. Anyways, it's just like normal. You can also play Impossible, but I won't do that. This is in a 2.0. Oh, by the way, this is in a, well, they say 2.5, like a platform game, 2.5, but think of Double Dragon on the Nintendo, and that's what you get right here. You gotta place your character very carefully in order to get, to hit the enemy first of all, or just what he's gonna do is just go around you, and oh, you see I got this one here, and he's just gonna beat you up. Do I have another weapon here? No. Okay. The controls are very responsive, but I have to be honest here, I'm a computer gamer. I love playing with the keyboard. There doesn't seem to be any emphasis on it, which is really bad because it's really good. But I do use a controller right now, and it's not the best controller, but it works very well. I have to admit it works very well, because I know that some games it takes every kind of input, and my controller has some kind of throttle on it, because it was meant for racing or flying with either games of airplanes or I would say cars in mind. And this one, it doesn't use it. I love that. And you gotta, I mean, it does use the controls that you need, and that's it. This is what it means. But besides that, I would love to get some controller, just a bit more love on the keyboard here. Really, it really needs it. I mean, for me, that spells out so much old games, and gotta be honest here, in old games, keyboard was the #1 controller here. Yay, another level. And yeah, that's another thing. I mean, I know I'm at level 2. Just a hint would be the health, which means it's 120. So each 10 points of health you get is like one more level. But besides that, I don't know. I mean, it's really weird, because showing the level would be nice. Just a little hint here. The you do have presets for your, let's see here. Oh yeah, you do have presets for the items. So let's say I want this one here. I'm gonna use my preset on my controller, and let's say apples. Okay, let's go to the apples. Preset 2. Now I press 1 and 2. I can easily access them super fast, which is really great. But there's also a third one, I believe. I could be wrong. I hadn't checked the controller for a bit of time here, but anyways, presets are there, but the inventory screen, there's no such thing as inventory screen. It's, well, whatever you see down there, that's what you get. There's no help as well, so what you gotta do, like those potions, I don't even know what they do. Birthday cake, I really have no clue what it does. Is there a potion? No clue. This, there you go, die. This here is a safety top out of feebleness, which I have no clue what it does, except what it gives me in the lower left portion of the screen, which I have basically no clue. It says, okay, 30, 40, 1, 2. 30, 40, 0, -2. Okay. If I look at the help screen, I might have more clue, but besides that, it would be nice to have some kind of tooltip. Oh, crap. I died. Yeah, I got beaten, no, turned by a vampire, bitten by a vampire bat. No, not a vampire bat, 20 of them, or 40 of them. Wow. And this is really sick. Yeah, it's, let's see what happens here. I restart all over. There you go. And that's what roguelike is. But to be fair and honest, I really like the game. For the 4-player part, in the last for the last one here, the 4-player part is, I don't know. I never played it, but it seems that it only features co-op on. It doesn't show like co-op on play. Only 4 players on the same computer, which is kind of weird. Because honestly, I don't have a setup that I can use like 4 players around me. It's just impossible for me, or it would be very hard. This one seems to be only like around the television or something, which could have been possible. I guess I could do it. I mean, I do have a USB hub, so I just take the USB hub, put 4 USB controllers in front of my television. But then it would be problematic. It doesn't feature online play or like internet play, or I would love it to feature like LAN play, at the least LAN play, but maybe in a future patch, but that would be so helpful and really more fun. Don't need to put a server on it and anything, just make people use their own servers at least, and they would just connect with 4 players. I don't know, something like that. You just go on a forum somewhere, and which are free by the way, and they'll be able to display their server right there. It would be fantastic. I think it would be a good idea, but that's just me though. It does need it, because online play 4 players is really good, but On the same computer, really bad idea for me. And I guess I'm not the only one, because my setup here is really complicated if I'm going to have more than one player around me. I mean, for a guest, I don't mind for a couple of minutes, but for a couple of hours, ooh, that's going to be complicated. Anyways, this has been Pixelated Short, and before I go, I'll show you other small clips of what I went through this game, just to show you that it is some bit wonky and funny. And like, for example, I did beat the there was a mini boss like the vampire. It dropped a lot of gold, which is really nice, and it got me from 40 right now. It could have went from 40 to 400 and something, so it's really fun. Anyways, ah crap. See you later.